My name's Caleb. I'm going to start my presentation off with a quote by RuPaul. You're born naked and the rest is drag, baby. My drawings encompass different aspects of queerhood through the cis gay male. It's basically one giant gay fever dream. I think that's kind of the world I wanted to invoke, playing with ideas and aspects of reality and fantasy, which is very much of how gay culture is presented and has been kind of passed on throughout, this idea of self-expression. A lot of my work is in the right now, being young and in this world and kind of being in these perspectives. And then you turn 21 and then these settings are still very lonely and isolated, which is what brought about this piece called After the Disco. And this is actually a bar in Cincinnati called Birdcage. And then relating that to more of being in those spaces, this piece is called Always Tip Your Queens. It's rude if you don't. And playing with those ideas of putting yourself out there and mixing these balances of flamboyancy and masculinity and femininity. And then I have aspects of you have this whole club scene and then being gay, and what does that look like in your own home? And this piece is called Italian Lover, but it features the male in a reclining pose, which throughout art history has always been very seen as a feminine thing. It references a lot of female figures, and I wanted to create a daintiness to the figure and showcasing just a scene that everyone can relate to, as well as be very true to my other stylistic choices. Illustrators that I look at are Pauline Eeyore. She did a whole piece. She's actually has an article from the New York Times relating to the devil about this idea of self-reflection and the fiend that we all have inside of us. And I feel in my work, I kind of present that in a nature of being a fiend as a gay man and as putting on a little lip gloss and being in the club and being put kind of in this corner.